Low-effort habits that make it way easier to focus, according to Stoic wisdom. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. In a world that constantly pulls at our attention, learning to focus is not just a skill, it is a form of inner mastery. The Stoics, though they lived over 2,000 years ago, understood distraction and temptation better than most modern thinkers. They lived in noisy marketplaces, political courts, and among temptations of comfort and ego. And yet, they trained their minds like soldiers, developing habits that made them resilient, purposeful, and deeply focused. Today, many seek complex productivity hacks, apps, or motivational gimmicks to improve their concentration. But the Stoic path reminds us that focus begins within, and often, the most powerful habits are the simplest, quiet, deliberate, and low-effort. Here are several low-effort, Stoic-inspired habits that make it far easier to focus, without needing perfect discipline or heroic effort. 1. Begin each day with a clear intention. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Marcus Aurelius. One of the simplest but most powerful Stoic habits is the morning reflection. Before the distractions of the day sweep you away, take 2 to 5 minutes in silence to set your intention. What is truly worth my attention today? This practice doesn't require journals or rituals, just a pause. By anchoring your mind with purpose at the beginning of the day, you train it to resist unnecessary pulls. You're not just reacting, you're choosing. Try this: before checking your phone, sit up in bed and ask, what must I give my best attention to today? Then commit to it, like a promise to yourself. 2. Eliminate the unnecessary. If you seek tranquility, do less. Or more precisely, do what's essential. Marcus Aurelius. The Stoics believe that most of our suffering and distraction comes from doing too much that doesn't matter. Busyness is not productivity. The more decisions your brain has to juggle, the harder it is to focus on what counts. You don't need to overhaul your entire schedule. Just start cutting the noise. Say no to one unnecessary task a day. Delete apps or tabs you rarely use. Keep your work surface clear of distractions. Small reductions in mental clutter create large openings for focus. Try this: ask yourself, is this helping me fulfill my role, or is it a distraction dressed as importance? 3. Practice voluntary simplicity. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. Seneca. One Stoic technique for building focus is voluntary hardship, but not in an extreme way. Seneca would eat plain food or sleep on the floor to remind himself that comfort is not required for peace. In modern life, this could mean working without music or stimulation for short periods, turning off your phone during meals or walks, writing with pen and paper instead of typing. These small acts of intentional simplicity train the mind to be content without constant input. A quieter environment creates space for deep attention. Try this: set aside 20 minutes daily for an activity with no tech, no noise, no multitasking, just presence. 4. Make your workspace a temple of attention. Pay attention to what's in front of you, the principle, the task, or what's being portrayed. Marcus Aurelius. The Stoics valued order, not just in thinking, but in living. Your external space reflects your internal clarity. If your surroundings are chaotic, your mind will mirror that disorder. You don't need minimalist perfection. Just keep your focus space sacred. One chair. One surface. One purpose. Treat it like a temple, used only for deep work or reflection. Over time, your brain will associate this space with calm alertness. Try this: designate one spot in your home or room as your focus seat. Keep it clean, quiet, and sacred. 5. Use negative visualization to avoid drift. He robs present ills of their power who has perceived their coming beforehand. Seneca. A Stoic practice called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils, can surprisingly boost focus. Imagine the distractions or obstacles that might interrupt your day. A sudden phone call. A wave of boredom. The urge to scroll or snack. By imagining these in advance, you take away their power. You become ready. You expect the mind to wander, and you respond, not react. Try this. Before starting a task, ask, what temptations might interrupt me, and how will I handle them calmly? 6. Work in short, deep bursts, with full presence. Concentrate every minute like a Roman, like a man, on doing what's in front of you with precise and genuine seriousness. Marcus Aurelius. The Stoics didn't multitask. They believed in giving full presence to the task at hand, however simple or grand. This is the heart of modern techniques like the Pomodoro method, but with a Stoic spirit. Set a timer for 25 or 30 minutes. During that time, do one thing. Think of nothing else. Embrace discomfort. Be satisfied with honest effort. True peace comes not from finishing everything, but from knowing you did something with integrity. Try this. Before each focus session, tell yourself, now, I do only this. And I do it fully. 7. End the day with reflection, not regret. Let not sleep fall upon thy eyes till thou hast thrice reviewed the acts of the day. Epictetus. Focus is not only shaped in the morning, it is trained in the evening. A 2 to 3 minute night review helps the mind let go, reset, and improve. No need for shame or punishment, just observation. Ask yourself, what distracted me today? What did I focus on well? What will I do differently tomorrow? This gentle reflection sharpens your self-awareness. It turns every day into a lesson. Try this. Before bed, close your eyes and mentally replay your day. Learn from it without judgment. Final reflection: focus is a moral choice. To the Stoics, focus was not a productivity trick. It was a moral decision to give your life fully to what you're doing. To waste your attention was to waste your life. Each moment is sacred. Each breath is a chance to choose what matters. And so, the Stoic path to focus is not built on ambition, but on quiet discipline. Not on chasing more, but on choosing less. Not on force, but on clarity. You don't need to become a monk or a philosopher to live this way. You only need to begin, one breath, one decision, one low-effort habit at a time. The tranquility that comes when you stop caring what they say, or think, or do. Only what you do. Marcus Aurelius.